Happy Halloween, Samhain, or All Hallows Eve, whatever you call it. I went trick-or-treating with my grandchildren, so I thought it would be fun to do it with my little costume on. This is HCS 323, YouTube journal video number 4, and here we go. For the stress assessment, was I surprised with the life stressor score? Yes. I was surprised by my score of 542. I feel I'm a high stress person, and I feel like I'm always under some kind of pressure. But I didn't realize that it was that high. You know, I never would have thought I was even borderline. But I do feel like my life is taken over by stress sometimes. And it's really how we deal with it or don't deal with it that it impacts us and our health. If we do nothing, then stress will either get worse when one situation is dissolved, and then another one will come along and it might even be even worse, and we still don't know how to deal with it because we really haven't dealt with the first situation or stress. What major stressors are impacting my wellness? I had an injury. Well, I didn't really have an injury. It wasn't really an illness, but I had surgery. I had 3 surgeries at one time, and one of those surgeries was to do a biopsy on an ovary because of a cancer scare. And it came back benign. Yay! But that was very stressful. And if the book ranked it as 74, I would have probably given it 174 because it was very, very stressful. I had an injury or illness that did not keep me in bed. I had the flu recently. That was not fun. And I exercised to the point that I literally couldn't walk. I went to an exercise class and did like 200 squats when I wasn't even used to doing 20. So I really couldn't walk for like 4 days, but I did, and it hurt. But I got over it, and now I learned about ice baths, so maybe next time I'll try that. Pushing yourself too hard, too fast, people. Don't do it. Had a change in eating habits. My spouse ended a job as a truck driver and ended up being like boss of the company, and it wasn't more money, but it was way more stress, way more hours, and his stress caused me stress because it was stressful. Our house was crazy for a while. For the birth of grandchildren, I times that by 3, 129. Because we had 3 babies from November till August this past year, so triple the blessings, for sure. I changed my personal habits, picked up the exercise, put down the junk food. I changed colleges. A year and a half ago, I graduated with my associate's degree. Then I went to Franklin University, and I hated it. So I actually quit school for about 6 months before I found Ashford, and I'm very happy with Ashford. I'm getting ready to start my 5th class. Very happy about that. Vacation. We took a vacation last year. Long story short, car trouble, tire blowout, borrowed money from my uncle, flat broke on vacation. It was bad. It was, whew. Changing arguments with my spouse. Oh, yes, because he is not on board with this losing weight thing, and he liked me the way I was, and my schedule has changed, and he's at home. When he comes home at night, I'm leaving to go to the gym, and so our arguments have transpired, to say the least, to things that we never really thought about before. With him working more hours came a change of income, which was good, but bad at the same time because he went from working 40, 50 hours to 80. So it's kind of crazy. There was a change in my belief system. It's not that my belief system has changed, but I kind of stepped it up a notch. And I reached out to others who have the same religion as me. So that alone is kind of stressful because you're meeting people you met on the internet, and oh my God. But it was really, really nice, really good experience. I'm glad I did it. Probably will do it again. So all that totaled 542, which put me a little bit over the stressor mark. But with 3 babies and 129, that kind of boofs it up a little bit too. Which dimensions of wellness are impacted by stress? All of the dimensions are impacted by stress. All of them. Physically, it can cause hypertension, ulcers. It can throw off our body's natural equilibrium. It can cause headaches, insomnia, low self-esteem, depression issues, and that's just to name a few. Intellectually, it helps to fog our mind up so that we can't focus or learn new things that we need to take care of ourselves and our loved ones. Emotionally, it can hinder our ability to sort out our emotions and help with mental clarity. If it's fogged, that's just what it is. Stress does that. Spiritually, it can leave us guess at something that we always knew to be true, but now we're wondering, oh my God, was it? Am I crazy? Stress can leave you doubting, and you just don't want to do that. Don't let if this happened, then why would God allow that to happen? You got to get that out of your head, because God didn't allow that to happen. It just happened. Some things are just written before we're even born, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just leaves us guessing. Occupationally, or where school or work is concerned, it can obstruct our attitude or attention away from what it needs to be on. Or work could be the main cause of our stress. Environmentally, it can keep us from making healthier choices that we put in and keep around our bodies. Like emotionally eating comes into play here. You're not going to grab carrot sticks if you're sobbing. You're going to grab the ice cream. And it's okay. Do that if you need to. But just be aware of how much, Socially, it can keep us uptight to where we are not able to unwind while we're out to dinner with friends and family or having drinks. We just won't be able to relax because that's what stress does to us. Describe and demonstrate the relaxation techniques you tried in the journal. I use deep breathing, meditation, visualization, mostly in the bathtub. Humor, always. Always try to find something funny, because if you can still laugh, then that's saying a lot about who you are. And I also use my spiritual side, calling on my Lord or Lady, or God or Goddess, and ask for guidance. Pull out my pendulum. But no matter which way I go, I always light a candle, at least one. And depending on the situation will depend on the color of candle that I use. But just last week, there was a very stressful situation with my husband at work, again. And so I pulled out a green candle, and I did a circle, and I called on my God and Goddess, and asked for direction, and prayed really, really hard, and everything really worked out for the best. And I'm not saying that praying did it, but I'm not saying it didn't either. So, spiritual healing is good for all of us. And our book says that spirituality is calling on a higher power to discover the purpose of life, learn how to experience love, joy, and peace, and personal fulfillment. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. Do I think that the relaxation technique would be effective in reducing stress on a regular basis? Absolutely. There was a time when I thought it was dumb. I just thought it was stupid. Waste of time. But taking a few minutes out of your stressful day, especially at a time that you're super stressed out, can have a huge impact on your stress level. A friend was super stressed one time, and I told her to close her eyes and take a deep breath, and in through your nose, out through your mouth. And she didn't want to do it. She felt stupid. She said she felt stupid for breathing. It's just weird to me. And I said, if there was a $100 bill over on that coffee table, would you pick it up? I said yes. I didn't even give her a chance to answer. I said yes. You would, because it would help you. And I said, so will this. So close your damn eyes. So she did. And I kind of guided her through it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever. And when we got done, she said she felt better. But then she called me pushy. I knew that. I already knew that. So I just grinned and agreed, because I knew that. What are the major health risks associated with distress? We already mentioned a few of them. Hypertension, headaches, muscle tightness, insomnia, ulcers, emotional disturbances or imbalances, and the list just goes on and on. Stress just does so much. And what 2 strategies effectively deal with distress what I consider using on a weekly basis? I don't stick with just one, and I can't pick just 2. Stretching, physical activity, yoga, meditating, visualization, prayer. I try to keep my blood flowing, because all that keeps your blood flowing. And if your blood's flowing, you're living. And that's the first thing, is to just keep going. Don't just give up. No stress is that bad. And being overstressed can lead to other physical ailments. And for me personally, it leads to muscle tightness, knots in my stomach, headaches, and insomnia. And it's just not worth it. I will pick up a dumbbell, kettlebell, go to the gym, do a pound class, breathe, visualize something while I'm laying in the bathtub and I got an adult drink in my hand and sitting in a pool and some little cute cabana boys bringing me drinks. And when I wake up or open my eyes, I'm in the water and I'm relaxed. A little bit more so than I was when I started, so it's all good. But this is Betty Faust, and we are done here. Give you a little quick shot in case anyone else picks up on these videos of my little altar. Oh my God and Goddess stuff up there. And green blessings and blessed be.